Hello YouTube, this is Ace the Gamer, and today we are playing Fallout New Vegas.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name? I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Now what I think is really cool is that the presets are actually pretty awesome. Of course you can customize, but I usually only like to customize facial hair as I pick this guy. Because I mean, look at him, he looks really awesome, right? So that's just what we're gonna do today.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Now, just a reminder for those who have played or those that never played this title, you can actually get quite a bit of good stuff in Doc Mitchell's house. If you're playing like I am, where DLC content is included, you usually don't have to go scrounging around, but I usually like getting as much as I can anyways, just because, especially in the early game, you're gonna find that caps are somewhat easy to come by if you just do certain things, but for the most part, this saves you a lot of effort as well. But again, there's only a handful of things that you should get anyways, even with the DLC, like all the medical stuff, all the ammo, so on and so forth, because again, it makes the game that much easier, whether it's your first playthrough or your 100th, or even like some of you hardcore gamers, your thousands. Now I am skipping a lot of books and things of that nature just because it takes so many books just for a single cap, and we're not trying to spend all day just scrounging around. Now what I usually do is just go all the way to the end, but as you can see, you can read what exactly each type of skill impacts. I usually like going 1 strength, 2 endurance, just like that, because endurance will come in handy kind of in somewhat the mid-time of the game.
Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn are dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
And this doesn't really matter, I'm just gonna breeze through.
All right.
These things determine your skills in the beginning, and you'll see what I usually like to do, and I'll explain why. So usually, like going with barter, repair, and medicine.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Good natured, whether it's DLC or not, is always a good go to. It kind of gives you good amount of skill points in certain skills you'd be wanting to level anyways, while just taking 5 away from your main combat type, as you can see here. Since I'm going to use guns this playthrough, it's just -5 to guns, but since I would use skill points for all 5 of these skills, essentially saving 20 skill points overall, which is roughly 1 to 2 levels, which may not sound like a lot, but does make a really big difference. What I also like to do is use skilled for DLC, but non-DLC I'd use Wild Wasteland, usually a good go-to.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
As you can see, it's only been a few minutes, but we're able to breeze through a tutorial. We got a lot of things, and we're able to set a lot of things up that we needed to do, just to make sure that this beginning part of the game will be easier to get
Here,
through.
these are yours. I hope you don't mind. Well, if you're heading... They call it... Ain't much use to be... I expect you'll be wanting to go outside.
So part of the reason we choose medicine is for this, and believe it is a handful of stim packs that we get just for that. So yes, 3 stim packs, which is really nice to have in the beginning of the game, as mentioned. Oh. So weapons, apparel, aid, misc, ammo. Now what I usually like to do, since everything is pretty low as far as combat, I like to go with melee. That's broad machete or knife. Just again before we're able to really get things going. Ball 21 jumpsuit if no DLC, or I usually like going with the armored, because the lightweight metal armor may have more damage threshold, but negative agility always is not the best thing to do. Here we are in Goodsprings. So it just shows all the DLCs. Again, you're not going to really see those windows if you didn't load all the DLC packs like I did. And what I usually like to do is go to the general store, pick up a few things, sell most of the stuff. Because there's very few things that I'm actually going to use that are given to us, even with the DLC, so... That's good. Want to sell that. Usually I'll sell just these things that are much more ineffective compared to just your stim packs. Because it just takes up way too much room, and that's just something we don't really need. Oh wait, I think the canteen actually we need. Okay, so because we have the 10mm, it's best to just look for 10mm. Okay, he does not have any 10mm, so that's still okay. Instead, we're gonna get Doctor's Bag and Stimpaks. And we're still gonna get 588 caps, which is really nice.
Another satisfied
Usually, you're not gonna be able to get that much without the DLC pack, so just keep that in mind. That's why we usually like to make sure that we grab everything in Doc Mitchell's house we can to kind of make up for not having any DLCs. And usually, it's good to speak to Sunny Smiles. If you do not have the DLC, because you get the varmint rifle, and you can even go through a tutorial, get some skill points, so on and so forth. But instead, we're just gonna go discover a really good kind of halfway point in this particular series in the beginning portion, which you'll see we'll be able to fast travel to as needed if we're trying to get to certain areas quicker. That's what I actually like about Fallout games, is that instead of constantly running back and forth around maps just to get to one place, you can actually fast travel to locations once you discover them. That just saves so much time and effort, especially for a game like this. Okay. And so, that was a good portion of Goodsprings. Again, if you're not playing DLC, then you'll want to do a lot more. But because we're actually trying to do as complete playthrough as we can, we're actually going to say hello to Sunny Smiles.
Cheyenne, stay. Until now. Hi there. Sticking around Goodsprings?
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this. That's the right idea. Look down the side. Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot.
Well, that's a start.
So usually you could continue, but I'm not really one for tutorials, so... But again, if it's your first playthrough, I would definitely suggest you give a tutorial a good try. It doesn't take too long, and introduces you to different aspects of the game. Now coming up, we're gonna actually kill Joe Cobb, but if you actually like the Powder Gangers for whatever reason, you could always just run and talk to him on a side to kill Ringo, who's part of the Crimson Caravan. But because we're going to be helping the Crimson Caravan with some questing, and Crimson Caravan helps with the NCR, especially with reputation, it's best to just side with them if you're going for an NCR playthrough, as we
Gonna
are.
get nice. There we go. Whoa!
I hope you didn't just bring a heap of trouble. His friends might come.
And because we chose repair, we could get some really easy caps here.
Feeling thirsty?
Because we got barter,
Not at all.
even
Now.
more. So now, moment of truth, we're going to say hello to Ringo, who is way up here. Now, a pretty awesome part of this quest, especially if you're, again, not DLC, is by talking to enough people, you get more medical stuff, you get some armor.
That's close enough. Keep me out of this.
And again, as long as you need the cash or anything else, there's plenty of things you can pick up here that helps. As you can see, value 5, value 2. Some bobby pins.
Die!
Oops. And that is why you have to be careful with
That's close enough.
what you take. Because as you can see, when it's red and it's in front of someone, they do have a tendency to get really mad at you and start firing. But again, since we like the Crimson Caravan, we don't want to bother this guy too much like that. Now, if you didn't care about them, you could obviously kill him, not a problem. But again, because of the type playthrough this is, we're just going to try to be as kind as possible too, unless we're facing some not so great people. 'Cause at that point, we're helping with cleaning up the Mojave Wasteland. And as mentioned, we're going to talk to Sunny, which will give us the nice ability to be able to start getting some pretty awesome things from other people, including Trudy, as you'll see.
I don't think Joe Cobb knew what hit him.
Okay, so we're going to talk to Judy first. Or Trudy, rather, because she's
So
right
you planning
here.
on taking on Joe Cobb?
And so, as you can see, it is actually very quick and easy to level up in the early stages, especially when you're getting a lot of different things done. I like doing speech, repair, science, barter, just a lot of these skills that make a lot of sense in a general sense, but I can understand if you're going for something like complete barter so you can sell more and earn more, or complete guns so you can take down stronger enemies and in turn um, get more XP and better weapons earlier on. But I like to be more of a all-arounder throughout. I usually like picking intelligence because it helps science, repair, and medicine, which is 3 separate skill points you usually have to go with, but also increases the actual skill points amount that you get with each level up. So it's one of the best attributes that I like to boost. Of course, endurance is really important to at least have 7, and again, you'll see why as this playthrough goes on. But all we're gonna do is talk to Chet and Doc Mitchell, and we're
You
gonna
looking to buy
talk
some
to
supplies?
Ringo. So as you can see, he gives leather armor, which, again, if you're not playing with a DLC where your best armor, especially in this beginning of the game, is leather armor, it's just really good to get that extra one that you can use to repair the one you buy from him.
Welcome back.
So, as you can see, we got doctor bags and stim packs. Stim packs are good with health or particular body parts, but doctor bags kind of help all the body parts, but doesn't give you any HP back. But both are very essential for Fallout games in general, especially Fallout
So
New
what's going on?
Vegas.
Time to look alive. The powder.
Okay. And because we spoke to Judy, we're gonna have way more gunmen on our side, which is really helpful. Whether DLC, not DLC, because the goal is to kill all these guys and take all their stuff, so we can again just sell everything to Chet.
No! Come on. What have you done?
And of course, when you do enough for a faction, like Goodsprings for example is one,
I owe you a huge favor. Thanks again for all your help.
when you help a faction enough, you do go from liked to accepted to believe revered or something like that. But if you get a faction to hate you, you go from just neutral to vilified, depending on go on a killing spree like I just did with powder gangers, or anything else. But with all that out of the way, I'm gonna just sell everything I don't need to Chet, and we're gonna end this video for today. And if you enjoy my content, please feel free to leave a like, comment, or even better yet, subscribe.
That was a hell of a fight.
Um, Another quick tip, definitely feel free to constantly sell all the powder ganger outfits because they don't really do much for you, and they just take up way too much space when you don't really have, that extra strength to really make it make sense to carry all that around with you. And honestly, since I know I'm going to be using some 5.56 guns, I'll just take all those. I'll take some of these. I usually like going with normal rounds just because they're less pricey. Obviously, you can see the regular 22s were valued at 1. This one's valued at 2. So you get more ammo for less, which isn't always good, right? But let's see. Man, guess I'm gonna have to take a few things back. Oh, there we go. And we're gonna exit. So thank you so much, guys, and until next time.